So for several years, for decades, finding a job was all about which school did you go? Are you a professor? Do you have a master's? Do you have a diploma? Do you have a degree? Are you educated up to which level? What did you got in which country did you go? Which university did you obtain this credential? But it wasn't considering, are you actually good at solving this problem? Do you have this skill? So the market was all about, do you have the necessary papers? Not do you have necessary skills. So those with the skills, if you have the skills that you didn't acquire through a university of choice, that means you were likely less kupiwa mkana. But those with degrees, diplomas, etc., they will be given vast opportunities. But in today's digital world, everything is changing. The job market demands are changing very, very fast from the ground up. Listen, and listen very, very carefully. People who have skills were not even exposed to employers finding necessary skills. And the employers looking for the people who can solve their problems actually. Vanga vasina mukana wokuita actually find the people with the necessary skills. They were exposed to thousands and thousands and thousands of CVs, papers that don't actually prove that this person you are hiring can actually solve this problem. Why? Because he at one point actually solved this problem. So they ended up getting CVs which actually promise that I will, but no proof that he can actually solve the problem. So that was an imbalance within the job market. So the current job market is facing a lot of challenges. One, CVs that brings promises but not an actual skill. Secondly, CVs that are forged. Imagine a person advertising online in WhatsApp groups. He is saying anyone looking for University of Zimbabwe certificate, and you question everything. Someone is going to University of Zimbabwe for 4 years so that he could get that certificate, and someone is trying to forge that certificate, and others have obtained that job with a forged certificate instead of a person who actually got an actual certificate. Munhu ane certificate akarishandira 4 years akutorerwa mukana nemunhu asina mbogara aenda. Why? Because the paper is unverifiable. Thirdly, the current job market is facing the problem of limitations, limiting itself to people who have degrees, to people who went. Employers will say, which university did you took your certificate? And I will say, University of California. Oh, out of the country, so you can bring better solutions to our country, right? But does that mean that if I started in California, the skills that I got in California is different from the skills that someone studied at the University of Zimbabwe are different? No, they are not different. But there is something that actually excites employers' emotions. But at the end of the day, we are increasing problems within our country. So the education structure has been bordered, but with the introduction of technology, we are saying this is the introduction of borderless education system that actually value skills over which country do you go. An education system that actually proves that I can solve this problem. You can check out my credentials. I know I once solved this problem at some point, and the employer will hire you knowing that you can actually vanish the pay. So all those are the problems that are actually within our job market. So degrees don't prove that you can practically solve problems. So informal workers again, imagine a maid is someone who actually solve your daily problems of your child, who actually cares for your child. A maid is someone who spends something like 3/4 of hours per week with your child, and that person has to grow your child physically, mentally, and build emotionally and concise. So that means that person has real skills when it comes to child. But those people remain unrecognized. Why? Because we will be saying these are just uneducated idiots. And what are you saying? Is your maid an uneducated idiot? No. That person is actually doing a great job, and you want someone who could take care of your child physically and mentally, building intelligence, emotional intelligence, social intelligence, everything. So he is the nature, he is the fertilizer upon which your child grows, but those maids remains unconsidered. So all those job markets problems are what we are saying the future of technology is trying to solve. Listen, technology is evolving very, very fast. Skills are expiring very, very, very fast. Skills are changing very, very, very fast. So there is need to learn, relearn, and unlearn everything. There is need to learn skills as fast as we can. There is need for people who can solve actual problems, not presenting forged papers. My papers, and the problem is the job market is saturated with the people who says I am educated. Imagine right now at the University of Zimbabwe, we have about 12,000 students over there. We have about 12,000 students, University, NASP University. We have about another 12,000, Midland State University. We have about 12,000, Pindura University, 12,000, Great Zimbabwe University, and about 5 of our name. We have all those people, and each and every student is expecting to get a job. So the job market is already saturated. We have the others, vakapedza, who are waiting for the same job, and no one is thinking. And even the employer, he got about thousands and thousands of CVs on daily basis, and he is expecting to pick one person from 1,000 people with CVs that are promising. Imagine, it's like a CV is written in such a way that it looks, appetizing. One. Secondly, it grabs emotions. Thirdly, it promises. So the question is, can our company challenges be addressed with emotions, with promises, with can we? So those challenges are what we are facing today in today's job market. So what we are saying is, with the vast number of students within university, it's becoming harder and harder for an employer to get a person with necessary skills. And it's also getting harder for any student to get work from the employee. So all those are challenges that are within the saturated job market. So now the future of work is controlled by technology. This will enhance working efficiency, enhance hiring processes. This will enhance the way students acquire work and also the way employers acquire employees with the necessary skills. One of the most dangerous things that you will ever do to your company is to hire someone who stopped learning on the day of graduation ceremony. Secondly, another most disastrous thing you'll ever do to your company is to have an employee that has stopped learning the day he acquired work at your company. Imagine, he last learned 13 years back and you are employing him, and technology is evolving each and every day. That doesn't sound to your company. That is a negative revenue to your company. Now, with technology coming in through blockchain technology, I know most of you guys, you are familiar with the term blockchain when it comes to Bitcoin, when it comes to cryptocurrency, money. I'm sure most of you are aware of the term blockchain technology. So blockchain technology in education is a ledger with a tamper-proof recorded credentials that actually prove that this person, despite of the location, despite of the university he learned, he has these necessary skills. This person is actually a maid, and he can actually do these things. And these are the necessary reviews from the previous employer. These are the necessary skills that he has. These are the necessary, these are the problems that he actually solved at one point. So, that is the future of technology. Then, with blockchain technology, the hiring processes are changing very, very quickly. Education is becoming borderless. An employer in America can now, with technology, hire someone from Zimbabwe only through Googling which person can actually solve this problem. And technology will say it's Tapiwa from Rishawani, Zimbabwe. There's these necessary skills. He actually did this and this and this, and at one point he actually solved this and this, and you can prove that he actually solved this through this and this and this, and he didn't go to school, but he can actually solve your problem. That is blockchain technology. All the credentials, all the proofs, all the details of the problem you want solved will be available within the internet. And the good luck, no one can forge your credentials once placed on a blockchain. And you are now visible to anyone around the world. Any employer around the world can actually hire you. This is the beginning of actually hybrid working or remote working. Secondly, you can also, with blockchain technology, share your credentials on social media platforms. By so doing, you are increasing your chances of getting hired. You are differentiating yourself. You are attaching that uniqueness of yourself without talking about yourself going to university. That is the future of work. And the good part is, at GPSO Academy, we are proud to allow anyone, anywhere around the world, beautiful Africa, open to the world, to learn and grow, and also be exposed to vast opportunities through digital credentials and digital certificates that are empowered with blockchain technology. The future of work is powered by blockchain technology. Through enrolling on GPSO Academy, you will be given digital credentials that you don't need to have them within your room, etc. You just need to complete a course, get your certificates on the internet, exposed to vast opportunities, and be available to global opportunities. So, digital credentials to employers will allow you to improve your hiring efficiencies. Hire people with necessary skills. Hire people who can actually solve your problems, solve your pain without hiring losses. So for decades, years, etc., people have been hiring problems in their companies that actually, instead of seeing sales skyrocketing, instead of seeing graphs skyrocketing, revenues skyrocketing, revenues start to flop. And sometimes the way revenues flop is actually unforeseen, because you will be increasing like sales, etc., everything, but while running loss. So making money and making profit are two different aspects, but we are not going to talk about that, because we are talking about the future of work, both to employees, to students, and employers. So hiring efficiencies. So through blockchain technology, the education is now borderless. That means an employer can actually hire you from anywhere around the world. And through blockchain technology, you are now visible to anyone. That means anyone around the world can hire you. Through blockchain technology, you are now making a silent noise that I actually, so you have these skills, I can actually solve these challenges. So that means you now have the abilities to get exposed to opportunities without having to say, I went to this university in this country. So you are now Here, you are now having your own uniqueness. The ability to be differential is to be useful. And to be useful, you have to solve challenges. You have to solve problems. And at KPSO Academy, we are proud to say anyone who can solve challenges should showcase these necessary skills. And the best way to showcase your skills is to have your skills placed on a digital ledger. That means you are exposed to vast opportunities around the world. This is the future. So to reach KPSO Academy, whether you are a student, you are an employee, you are an employer, visit KPSO Academy in the link provided in the description, or email KPSO Academy, the link provided in the description. This will improve your business of efficiencies. This will improve your ability to get work. This will actually improve your ability to hire people with the necessary skills. This will also allow you to hire people with necessary skills around the world. And as an employee or a student, you will be exposed to vast opportunities and you will be visible around the world without the need to shout or stress yourself over writing CVs or presenting your first or third class degree. This is the future of work, the future of work that allows you to make money without making any noise, without crying, without forging certificates. This is the future of work that will expose you to vast opportunities without the need to have a degree or diploma, but with the necessary skills. Visit our platform and enroll in the courses that you actually want to and then obtain the necessary skills, practice the necessary skills, solve the problems within that field, and showcase your skills and get hired and get exposed to people necessary with people who are looking for you, people like you, companies who are looking for people like you, companies who are actually trying to solve problems that you can actually solve today. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your attention. Would like to see you joining KPSO Academy. I would like to see you being exposed to opportunities, whether as an employer, as an HR, as an employee, as a company, or as a student. This is the future of work. Thank you.